Oh, Vikas, so nice to see you. And I genuinely mean that, of course. And congratulations. It gives me so much pleasure to, on behalf of IIFFB, honor you with the Pride of India Award, although we know you're a global icon. And you have become a lucky charm because we had such a wonderful time with you last year in Boston. So, what are the memories of that time compared to now?
I think it was amazing. Last color with you guys, because it was my promise to you. I'm gonna sit with you and watch it.
Yeah, yeah.
My commitment was that I'm gonna sit with you and watch something which I have created over the years underground. It's so much of dignity and pain, and of course love.
And it was amazing, the JFK Library, we've never done this before, and that was such a beautiful venue.
Everything was magical about the evening. Everything was magical about the evening.
You know, I talked to you in June after the COVID struck, and you were, having so many adventures, and now it's like 50 million, and it's, you are such an inspiration, and not just feeding people. There has been like underprivileged, transgender people, you're getting people to wear slippers. So in 8 months, you have achieved so much. I always call you a human angel, a ray of hope, but I think that um, you're one person who doesn't know how high the mountain is, you just jump. So what has been the experience like now, achieving the impossible every time?
I think परसों हम 200 days cross करेंगे Feed India के. And I've never done anything with a half heart, even if it's a project which is not meaning anything to many people around me.
Right.
If I take on a project, I'll make sure full energy, full positivity, no politics about it. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
So Feed India became so important to me because of the failures, because constantly we were failing. Like how impossible it was at that time during the lockdown. कि कहीं भी अपने घर से people couldn't send things, and you like sitting in America and doing this was unheard of. And I'm like, but what challenges, because the thing is a joy, Kavita ji, that joy when somebody called and said we received the delivery and thank you, this is enough for 6 months. That was like, wow, it works. This social media thing actually works if we know how to put it together. But after some time, we had much major corporate help and everything. So things got a little aligned. It was total chaos in the first few weeks, total chaos.
But
Couldn't
I think
sleep.
you're a dreamer. And, I mean, yeah, I want you to tell us about the difficulties because I think people get disheartened very, very soon. And you have done some amazing thing, and your mother has been such an inspiration as well.
सबसे difficult चीज तो time zone थी, because we didn't want to tell people also that sitting from here you're running the operation.
Right.
So कोई 4:15 बजे रात को फोन आ रहा है, कोई 5 बजे, कोई 6:30 बजे emergency चल रही है, and I'm looking outside my window. I'm like, God, it's daylight. Like, you know what? I haven't slept for like, but the problem was also losing my voice. I had really lost my voice, which was very, very difficult. क्योंकि बोल के ना, because इतनी ज़्यादा coordination, and I come from a culture where the chef has said one time, he will not repeat it. एक बार chef बोलेगा. You come from that culture for almost 30 years.
Right.
And for this के लोग जानते नहीं उनको, आप पैसे भिजवा रहे हो, ये मेरा सामान कर दो, and everybody was not very helpful. That was some of the challenges. But I think those challenges also made us stronger. Like my father used to get mad at my grandmother saying, इतना छोटा बच्चा है, मतलब हाथ भी जल रहे, कभी कट रहे हैं. Every day I'll have small injuries, and she'll say, in scars से तो और सुंदर हो जाएगा वो. And like nobody used to say that to me. सुंदर कोई नहीं मुझे बोलता था, कहते सबसे बदसूरत बच्चा है ये दुनिया का. मैं कहता really? कहते हाँ, मतलब याद रखना कि बहुत मेहनत की थी यहाँ पहुँचने के लिए. So you won't give up very soon. So because there was so much of hard work going into it, and so many hours and love and commitment, that we didn't want to give up on it, Kavita. There were so many days I said like, I can't manage this. I have a commitment of doing 4 to 5 books a year. I opened a restaurant during pandemic.
Yeah.
And we had a beautiful restaurant coming up in China, which unfortunately we had to
Close
back
down.
out.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to sign a lease on March 31st. Imagine how destiny works.
Yeah, bilkul. And I think also, you've lost so many loved ones to coronavirus, and that itself must have been very disheartening. But, you know, um, from the time you started to the Michelin stars, and that itself is a story in itself. And it's such a great moment of pride, 5 Michelin stars, and I'd love for you to share that story because there was something that happened that made you decide one day you're going to come back to Paris and you are going to get that Michelin star.
So I used to have a cooking school on 23rd Street, and I used to run that. I used to have a catering company, Tulsi, and then I used to run a restaurant in Midtown on Times Square, Purnima. So as we were approaching 2008, it was like a dominoes effect. The new president was getting elected, the campaigns were going on, but the economy was going totally in the toilet. And most of my money is made on big caterings and big events. And people do not realize that I'm absolutely from cent to cent self-made man. Sab kuch, with the dominoes effect, everything got destroyed. And that is when I met His Holiness the Dalai Lama Ji. And he told me that there's nothing as the end. Life is like, circle, because it's always a reincarnation of something new. So, but now everything is closed, you're free, go and explore the world. And I actually went to Himalayas and all. But in Nepal, I realized कि what, बचपन में एक सपना था Michelin star का, इतनी जल्दी give up नहीं करना चाहिए. I was at Pashupatinath temple, and I finished my whole thing about Himalayas, and I've written a full book on it. And I was facing the failures बहुत ज़्यादा पीछे थे, तो बहुत ज़्यादा. Sometimes you don't want to wake up in the morning thinking troubles will disappear. And I said नहीं, एक ड्रीम थी. पर मुझे लगा अमेरिका वापस जाऊंगा तो उन्हीं शेफ्स के साथ काम करूंगा, इनको जानता हूं मैं, right? So, but nothing has that caliber of 2 Michelin stars or 3, which is in Paris.
Right.
So I went to Paris and I was working there, and it's not difficult. It's very difficult getting jobs for people of color, and it's a very tough world. Looking just 10 years ago, it was a very tough world for colored chefs to get jobs in 2 Michelin star restaurants in Paris. And now, and people say your noise was too loud. I said, my pain was also very loud. And in that restaurant, I tried to cook something, and I was only allowed to clean and wash and do the inventory and the stock room, and I would just do that. And it's too organized. The Michelin star, like, I want to know what's the difference between chefs and Michelin star chefs. So I was very inspired by this big chef. He was 2 Michelin stars, and I cooked something from him, and he said that people, like, literally the translation was that people with dark hands can't cook.
Oh my God.
And they are only there to clean. And that really hurt me. And I'm like, ये बहुत मुश्किल होगा, एक war हमको fight करनी पड़ेगी ये. For that, I'll have to go back to America. I will have to go back to America. That's my Karam Bhumi. I can't run away.
Mm-hmm.
Crisis of Wall Streets or not, but there must be something greater. Mm-hmm. And then that is when we started I did not get, my focus level is like totally, and I did not move from anything, didn't do any events, nothing. I came constantly focused on opening of the Junoon, and December 2nd, 2010, we opened the doors. And within like 10 months, we got the Michelin star, which is also unheard of. People still keep telling me that it's a miracle. It was a miracle. And getting the call and calling your grandmom and saying that you kept your promise with her, that your Krishna is not less than anyone else. Because she would say, Mera Krishna kisse kam hai? And like she'll have this thing, Mera Krishna kisse se kam thodi hai? And like I should tell her, this is a different world where I am. The stage is different. I'm no one here. I'll never be anyone. Mera Krishna kis to katta hai. And that thing really struck in my head. I'm not less. And I think a lot of people keep telling me that, I become arrogant when it comes to these comparisons. I keep telling them there's a difference between being proud and being arrogant. And hopefully I'll walk on this side where you're so proud that you don't want your next generation or the generation which is following you next coming forward, they would not feel that as an artist you should be calibrated or measured in terms of your pigmentation. I think people will have to stand up to make exceptions for themselves.
Very true. And I think, with you, you've broken so many barriers. I mean, it's just, I think there's so many people now during the case of Corona, they're so depressed and, they think that this is the end of everything. And then here you are, like you're inspiring, sitting in New York doing so many things, that are just unheard of. And I hope that if anything, people can take an inspiration from that. But that brings me to filmmaking. It's like I said, you jump on mountains and you don't know how they are. And you pick up a subject that is totally taboo. Nobody talks about it in India. And you make a movie that goes to the United Nations. It has become such a global awakening for people who see this film. And, so what was it that surprised you, after you made this film and, again, on a very shoestring budget, you produced it, you directed it, other than Neena Gupta, there were mostly people you just picked up, and those stories are so interesting also,
I think I was too hurt by the fact that, our grandmothers lived a life like that.
Yeah.
And they were very isolated, and in a way that, I had an aunt next door in our neighborhoods who were widows. They were never allowed to attend any ceremony, any marriage, and they were never allowed to have a touch. What hurt me as a child was they're not allowed to touch a newborn baby.
Yeah.
They bring the baby home from the hospital because, initially BG used to say that kids were born at home only, but now with the changing world, I said, okay, that culture changed, that the kids are born in the hospital, but that culture is not changed, that ke ghar mein jab leke aana bachcha. So main sochta tha, main kya, I'm raised by my grandmom. Imagine if she was not allowed to hold me, I would have not become what I am. Never ever. Like, even when I say that, I choke. I'm like, how can I even think about it? That, my upbringing was absolutely her, the way she made me so resilient,
Right.
बहुत गलती थी उनकी. And I know it was, many people used to tell me your biggest reason of failure is also grandma. I said, why? She think because, इतना ज़्यादा तेरे को उन्होंने feel कराया हुआ कि तेरे जैसा कोई नहीं और. And I'm like, I think that's great, because in the real world, when you come out on these big stages and you're performing, it's hard. And I think looking at those women, which a whole generations have gone by and nobody's spoken about them in this way,
Right.
that, they're wearing white. And I used to hate white. And after my grandfather passed away, I went to BG's room. I kept crying. I said, "Chitta nahi bana, we're not going to wear white." And she wore light gray. I did not let her. She sang "Nikki Dunya ki bolegi." I said, "No, BG, chitta nahi bana." I was very scared of those women who wore white, because I thought, what if they yearn for color? And that little story became like such a massive novel, and then a screenplay, and then of course a movie.
Right.
And people do not know that my left hand was injured. I was going through multiple surgeries, and I could not cook because I can't do anything with my left hand. So right hand is very important for cooking, but left hand is your grip.
Right.
And doctor said, if you really want to heal, don't want to lose your hand, you have to stay very focused and stay out of this. And imagine during that time, again, you have fallen so badly. That's my biggest tools. And there's no other kitchen tool which is more important than this. And that time I said, let's not give up. Let's use this time for something else. Let's make a movie, and let's find a way to get a consideration for Oscars. Like, this is unheard of, Kavita. This is really...
Absolutely, it was. And how it made it, to the Oscars. I mean, that itself is such a, I would say, reaffirmation that people have good hearts, that when the story is told with authenticity, it does touch hearts. And the way it went viral, in spite of not being in theaters, I mean, people are waiting for it to come to the OTT platform so everybody can watch the film. And I hope that's going to happen soon.
You're one of the first person who actually watched the movie, you know that.
Yeah, I know that.
One of the first people in the world to watch the movie. But you were the only one who knew that I was hiding in Varanasi.
Yes, you would send me pictures.
Isolated. I was totally disconnected. Because, news bahut jaldi phailti hai. So I was totally isolated and disconnected. Out of like maybe 3 or 4 people knew that I was actually hiding and shooting a full-fledged movie. And somehow I got Neena Gupta like
Yeah.
one of the most respected actresses.
Yes, and I really open. I mean, Neena ji, that and Badhai Ho. I mean, these two films have given her a second lease and has catapulted her. But now you have another race up your sleeve, and we hope that it's going to happen in person next year in Boston. So please share a little bit because the news is out now. That also I kept very quiet about it, but
You knew it more than you predicted it. Imagine that. Now,
that's
how funny is that? That someone could predict it. And I'm not a filmmaker. I don't come. I love making documentaries where I can bring real, authentic stories which inspire.
right.
And I love people who fight against all the odds, who are actually set up for failures.
Yes.
I just love those stories. People are actually placed right there in the center so that they can fail,
Right.
and they become successful.
Right.
But you predicted it, so it's like you predicted that.
So please share with us now that announcement, because I think we are going to have you back in person, hopefully, God willing, next year with that special.
I've been writing a story about the pain of being an Indian chef, not as a victim, as a person of color living in America. Sometimes it becomes very hard because people can use extremely derogatory words for your cuisine,
Right.
and this is normal talking for them. If someone as a cultural icon like Kim Kardashian can say on the stage everything but Indian food disgusts me.
Right.
There's something, that you're talking about entire culture and rituals and ceremonies of entire country, and
Right.
they disgust you. But you're fighting this war all the time, 24 hours, from 100-foot journey to. So I wanted to counter react to this. And I'm a person who takes the pain and I don't respond. I'm very extremely introvert, which people find it very difficult. I take all the pain and
Vikas, sorry to interrupt you, but can you tell that story about 100-foot journey that really hurt you and you got an apology from Steven Spielberg's office? And then we'll come to the story that you have.
From one of the producers. And I think the point was that I did not like the way they said that, your Indian restaurant has to shut down and you have to come and work under white people. And that's your position. You have to work under them.
Right.
They own everything. You own the payroll. And I do not like that. I feel that Indian restaurant should have not closed. And Om Puri should have gone with the ceremony, for the ceremony or the Michelin star, and he would have won the Michelin star there. So Mr. Manish Dayal was actually, he did train in Junoon Kitchen. And many people kept telling me, oh, this is very inspirational. I'm like, not at all. They actually showed the world that we cannot be ourselves. We are still not enough. Not enough is my word which kills me. Because I've heard that word in 20 years living in America so many times. You're not enough for this. Still not enough. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Please tell me, what else do you want me to do to impress you? Not that I care about it anymore, but I felt that somebody has to counter react to that. And as a person of diaspora living in America, we somehow accept many things. Many things we accept. But one thing I'm not ready to accept is inferiority of pigmentation. I do not accept that at any cost. If I'll accept it, my nieces are coming to America to study, they'll accept it. And they accept it, the entire generation accepts it, that we are less. You have to stand here like a lion with no apologies of your superiority in your craftsmanship, in your hard work, in your dedication, in your sincerity to your work.
Right.
तो वो स्टोरी उसी गुस्से में वो प्यार से जवाब दिया. So it's a massive movie about a failed chef, which is going to be played by
the most amazing actor in the world.
Dil Ki Dhadkan, Shivana ji. So the movie shot in New York, movie shot in Mumbai, movie shot in Amritsar, Climax.
Wow.
So
that's post-production.
Thanks to common friend Kate King.
Yes, Ketki Parekh.
I was chasing her like, this has to be Shimala ji. If I have to do this, and I've waited for so many years to give a tribute to my grandmom, and if I've waited so many years, I'm not written memoirs, I'm not written biographies, I'm not done nothing in that field. I said, I'll just do one time. And that's an answer to all the pain of Slumdog Millionaires and 100-Foot Journeys and all the humiliations put together to say that, yes, it's still a cuisine which is getting uplifted, but it's superior than anything else the world has seen.
And I can tell you guys that I've seen the still photographs and some snippets of this movie. It's going to be even better than The Last Color because
ना compare करो दो बच्चों को.
नहीं, दोनों बच्चों को प्यार कर सकते हैं, पर वो जो नया बच्चा आता है वो स्पेशल हो जाता है, right? The child becomes very special, and two stellar actors. The Last Color, how lucky can we all as an audience member and you as a director get? Shabana ji, and she actually finally learned how to cook thanks to you.
She learned how to. Javaji keeps asking me, when is she going to cook at home? I said that. I must tell you one thing, because we were doing the cooking training in Chicago, and oof, what, मतलब आलू छील रहा कोई तो उसमें कितना सुंदर लग सकता है. And I'm like getting upset sometimes, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't be shouting at Shabana ji for cooking.
Right.
But she's like, नहीं, मुझे और perfect करना है. And you have to see the craftsmanship for cooking. Like you will say, इतना सुंदर शेफ. मैं रोज उनको मैसेज डालता हूँ, लेकिन दुनिया का सबसे सुंदर शेफ है ये.
That picture that has come out that she released and blew the whistle on your work. That's a stunning picture in that and that expression on her face. I mean, it's priceless.
Maroon, I got. I selected those clothes because I wanted to dress her up so organically as the way BG used to dress up. So there are traces of her character.
Yeah.
And जब Golden Temple जाते हैं तो कच के that typical. And she was sitting outside Golden Temple and sun was rising in the back. I said, Shabana ji, please don't move. Please don't. कितनी फोटो लेगा मेरी? मैं कहती हूँ, Shabana ji, आपको नहीं दिख रहा जो मेरे को दिख रहा है. आप हिलना मत. एक तो आंखें इतनी सुंदर है ऊपर से. तो जहाँ देखो वहाँ पे लगता है कि the world is evolving wherever she's like. It's a poetry. Working with her is a poetry because
she's such a genuine, wonderful human being. Also, she's so human. I always say that your work is reflected by your soul, and I've known her now for
I've never seen anything like that.
But she's very special.
But you told me before also कि एक बार जरूर काम करना.
Yeah, मेरी dream थी. मैंने अपने birthday wish लिखी थी that we were talking about. That you could work with.
नहीं हो सकता. I'm not a trained movie maker, and it's like to get credit of having two greatest Indian actresses in your two movies, I think. And everybody's like, I think I met Shah Rukh or someone who's like, लड़कों के लिए picture बनाएगा कि नहीं?
So one final message, and before I let you go, I know you've had a very long day and now your night begins in India. What is the message for the festival this year? Because we are all on a digital platform, and a message for Razia, who loves you so much. She's the founder of this film festival and calls you her lucky charm, because after you won, your film won 2 awards, it just went globally viral, and she is such a genuine human being, and is so excited that she was able to give you this award. It was a unanimous decision, to give this to you. Pride of India.
This means a lot to me, and I think people like you and Razia are our cultural ambassadors. You give us platforms, and what will happen because we have platforms because of you all. You know that you can tell your story. Many of us do not want to tell the story because we are worried कि मेरी audience क्या है, मेरे stages क्या है. But when you have people like yourself and Razia, they stand behind you to create all those amazing, majestic frames so that your art can be displayed in those frames. वो आपके जो golden frames are, which is necessary. I have a picture of Elora which was painted behind me.
Yeah.
But the frame is necessary because it shows the reverence to that art. And I think you people have displayed this unapologetic love for Indian culture. Unapologetic, which actually is contagious. I know. But अब तो मेरी English भी पहले से better हो गई, hopefully.
Yeah,
but I feel it's become contagious. And what happens is that you inspire people. It's not just that you handhold them and you take them somewhere. You inspire them to explore. And I think hopefully I'm just a speck of this, but there are so many of us are looking up to these platforms because they know They can bring the genuine stories of India, our struggles, our victories to you guys, and this will all be displayed to the world.
Well, we love you very much, you know that, and may you be the teller of many such stories that touch the heart, because I think it's the love of you and what you symbolize that inspires people to stand behind you. You are one person, the constant thing about you has been your decency, your humility, and your never die spirit. And more power to you, and all the very best in all your future endeavors. I'm sure I'll be, reading you blazing new trails and breaking many more rules, and rules are meant to be broken. And we look forward.
I've known you for 15 years.
I know, and nothing has changed. You're still the same person.
And nothing has changed with you also. It's like you actually, very few people can actually make me talk like this. Very few know that. Thank you.
Thank you, Vikas.